Avulsion of the permanent tooth, a case report, and new guideline for traumatic injuries. Presenting for a topic from Nair Hospital Dental College, Mumbai. Traumatic injuries in dentistry is one of the emergency situation when patients are in panic situation seeking urgent treatment from the dentist. So dentist role is crucial in these cases with immediate diagnosis of a case, urgent treatment planning, and need for treatment of the patient with ready instrument and equipment and with utmost care of the patient. The avulsion of the tooth are most commonly affect the maxilla, and maxillary incisors are the most commonly affected teeth. Increased overjet and incompetent lips were identified as a potential etiological factor in such avulsion cases. When anterior teeth are fractured or avulsed due to trauma, it not only affects the physical insult to the patient, but also exhibited psychological impact as it affects psychology, function, and aesthetic of a growing child. Avulsion constitute about 0.5 to 16% of total traumatic injuries in permanent dentition. Literature reported there as like a maxillary central incisors are the most common affected teeth. Tooth avulsion occur mostly in the age group of 7 to 9 years when the relatively resilient alveolar bone provides only minimal resistance to extrusive forces. The treatment of avulsed tooth is to reimplant the tooth in the socket immediately, and the expected outcome is acceptance of the tooth in the socket with no mobility, resorption, or ankylosis. In this case report, we are presenting the case of successful replantation of a avulsed tooth with 3 years successful follow-up. Case report. Presenting a case, this patient, 14-year-old female patient reported to our department after 17 hours of accidental fall and carrying avulsed tooth in the saline vial. Previously, this patient has reported to the local dentist after 2 hours of accidental fall, where she received a first aid and medication for the pain. But the clinician could not manage the avulsed tooth. So this patient is referred to our department. There was no fracture of alveolar ridge on examination. On history, there was no convulsion, no bleeding from ENT, no cerebral involvement like amnesia, headache, or unconsciousness to the patient. The decision was made to reimplant the avulsed tooth so as it should not only affect the aesthetic, but the psychology of a growing child. The informed consent was obtained from the patient's parent, and prognosis is explained to the patient as the tooth was out of its socket for 17 hours. Alveolar socket. This was a case presenting, and the tooth was there in saline vial. The extraoral time for the avulsed tooth was more than 17 hours, so the expectations of periodontal ligament formation are likely missed. So the root surface was cleaned of soft tissues and washed with soft pumice prophylaxis and subsequently soaked in the doxycycline solution for 5 minutes. Root canal therapy was carried out extraorally. The cleaning and shaping was carried out with Duxel Pro Endo gold rotary files, and obturation was done with Gataparcha AS sealer. Avulsed tooth was kept in 2% of sodium hypochlorite for 20 minutes till the patient was prepared for the procedure of replantation. The expected or the desired outcome in this case was ankylosis of avulsion tooth till the growth of a jaw and the surrounding soft tissue completely formed for the patient as the extraoral time was more than 17 hours. Ely's class 2 fracture for the maxillary central incisor and the left maxillary lateral incisor was also observed. This is an X-ray of a patient of avulsion tooth, and the root canal procedure was extraorally done. The root canal was carried out and the tooth is placed in the socket and splinting was done, and this is also X-ray is taken for a confirmation of the repositioning in the tooth in the socket. Patient care. Patient was sent for tetanus booster to the physician. Prophylactic antibiotic tablet, doxycycline 100 mg BID for 7 days were given. Mouthwash was advised. Soft diet was advised. Mouthguards for the soft sports activity were advised. Patient is asked to have a good oral hygiene. This is the picture in which the splinting was removed, which is completely all right. After X-ray also, it is showing no abnormality. This is after restoration of the fractured teeth. Addition to that, this is follow-up after 6 months where there is no sign of mobility. There is no sign of any resorption. Patient is having no mobility on horizontal or vertical percussion. Suggestive ankylosis. The ankylosis is characterized by absence of periodontal ligament space and continuous replacement of the root substance with the bone until the tooth completely substitutes. The percussion tone in these cases are diagnostic. In this case, it was very high, whereas in inflammatory root resorption cases, it is in dull. There was no mobility, discoloration of pain on vertical or horizontal percussion. There was no periodontal pocket or no root resorption seen after 6 months also. There was no radial space observed on the X-ray suggestive ankylosis of tooth. This is after 1 year follow-up. This is after 2-year follow-up X-ray, and this is after 3-year follow-up. Now coming to the discussion, tooth avulsion is defined as complete displacement of tooth out of a socket. The prevalence of such avulsion is more in males and the age group is 17 to 14 years. Success and the favorable prognosis of replantation procedure depend upon the time lapse between the extra articulation of a tooth and its replantation. Replantation was carried out in this case as a considering the age of a patient, and it should not affect the aesthetic function and psychology of a child. Also retain the alveolar bone and harmony of the growing jaw and supporting structure. It also maintain the contour of alveolus. According to International Association of Dental Traumatology, delayed replantation has a very poor prognosis in cases with a more drying time of over 60 minutes. Now, extraoral root canal therapy should be done or no. For many years, the recommendation for the immediate replantation is done within 15 minutes. But there are more guidelines and recommendation if the extraoral time is more than 2 hours. As clinician, it is very confusing. In our case also, the first clinician could not manage the avulsion tooth and send it to the department. It can be done at that level also, but because of the confusion, he has sent this case to department and the time lapse is more. So replantation should not be avoided, even though there is a more extraoral time and prognosis is poor as considering the age of a patient. There are many studies who have practiced delayed replantation like Umbankara and Ugnor et al. Reported the case where he has replanted case after 7 days of dry storage with successful 8 years. Another study, Harris et al., where they have reported a case of replantation after 36 hours dry time with 2 successful years. In another case, where the extraoral time is more than 7 days and they have successfully taken follow for 3 years. This is a case where 3 avulse tooth were replanted within 1 hour of accidental fall and follow-up was taken for 3 years. The dentist remain the key person in cases of dental trauma, namely dental avulsions. It has been shown that the periodontal ligament cells are viable till the 10 to 15 minutes of accidental fall. Beyond that, the survival is very difficult. The factors associated with avulsion injuries show the immature tooth develops more complication than the mature one with lower survival rate compared to the mature teeth. The extraoral root canal should be done or no. In the present case, we have done the root canal therapy outside the mouth as the extraoral time was more than 17 hours. Many studies have followed the same process. Considering that there should not be any nidus of infection introduced in the socket for further prevention of complication. Some studies follow the endodontic therapy after the placement of the tooth in the socket as the extraoral time was less in their cases. Some authors advise placement of the calcium hydroxide in the canal for 1 to 3 months for the prevention of the resorption and making environment alkaline. But the role of calcium hydroxide is questionable. And also, the removal of the calcium hydroxide from the root canal is difficult, and the replacement of the calcium hydroxide with obturating material also affect the periodontium of avulse tooth because of the instrumentation, as it will affect the healing of a tooth and the socket. Previously, it was considered that the calcium hydroxide will help in replantation, but Harris et al. Also has questioned the role of calcium hydroxide in these cases. The storage media should be the alveolar socket or the patient's oral vestibule is the best storage area. But if patient is not cooperative, it can be stored in Hank's balanced salt solution, milk, Vispam, where the pH is similar like a 7.4, is ideal for the cell growth. Patient's saliva, if it is not, then physiological saline, as in our case, it was stored in saline, castor oil, green tea extract, propolis, and recently coconut water is also suitable for the storage media. Splinting was done in our cases for 30 days. It can be either given for 15 to 30 days. It should be done with a flexible or semi-rigid wire. The wire is helpful, placed passively from maxillary canine to maxillary left canine to right canine. So the composite, it hold the tooth in socket and prevention unwanted movement. Follow-up should be were taken for 3 years. After 3 years, because of the pandemic, corona pandemic, patient could not get appointment. This was the initial picture and the after case. IUPA observation in my case, after 3 years, there are slight changes that cannot be denied because the extraoral time was more than 17 hours. There was slightly good resorption seen at the mesial side of the apex. This is the indication of surface resorption, and also there is an internal resorption seen. This is also another sequela of the delayed replantation. But patient, because of the osteoclast sourcing from the surrounding alveolar bone reached the root surface after passing through the damaged periodontal ligament and pre-cementum. This process led to the bony replacement of root cementum and root dentin in older children. So the patient was completely satisfied with no color change and no symptoms of inflammatory root resorption after 3 years follow. These are the recommended guidelines as per American Association of Endodontics for uncomplicated and complicated fracture of crown and the root fracture. This is also case we have presented for the fracture fragment plus fixation. The follow-up should be taken up till 3 to 5 years. The treatment for the concussion, subluxation, intrusive luxation, lateral and intrusive luxation should be done as per the guidelines. For concussion, there is no requirement of treatment, but subluxation, intrusive, extrusive, and lateral luxation, there is some treatment required, like a repositioning of the tooth in the socket and ligation if required, and stabilization for 2 weeks. Follow-up should be done for up till 3 years to 5 years. The treatment guideline for the avulsed mature permanent tooth with close-up apex, like we have done in our case, plus if it is less than 60 minutes, again it is a very efficient. If it is more than 6 minutes, the root canal should be carried out first and then it should be placed, as there is no chances of nidus of infection introduced in the socket. Treatment guideline for the avulsed tooth with open apex. In these cases, the root canal, if it is less than 60 minutes, it should be reimplanted, and then root canal procedure should be carried out, like pulpotomy or apexification. And if it is more than 60 minutes, the extraoral root canal procedure should be carried out. Like antibiotics, the amoxicillin should be given for less than 12 years child. If greater than 12-year child, doxycycline is beneficial for 7 days. Follow procedure should be done for initially for 1 to 2 weeks, 4 weeks, then 3 months, 6 months, and then after yearly. Conclusively, in cases of avulsion, preventing resorption of the surrounding bone and maintaining the avulsed tooth in the space of an arch are critical for the patient with a growing age. In the present case, the patient was completely asymptomatic and happy for the treatment for 3 years follow. Many criteria like extraoral time and status of alveolar tooth, stage of the root development, storage environment, treatment time, modality responsible for the success of replantation are considered. Avulsed tooth should be considered for replantation, even though the extraoral time is more than the in-ear prosthetic replacement for the growing child. Updated guidelines should be followed by the clinician. A correct treatment model should be followed by every healthcare personnel. Awareness for the storage media should be increased among parents as well as the school institutional level for staff. Mouthguard should be used for the contact sports. These are some of my references. Thank you very much for the listening.